Water, says the transport man, is lovely stuff. It's smooth, it's gentle on cargoes, it won't wear out, and it'll carry everything we're able to put on it. To take full advantage of new speeds and sizes, we'll have to do something about the spots where time is lost. We'll need to enlarge and mechanize some of the locks, to dredge more, to widen and deepen the channels, and straighten some of the corners. Yes, and strengthen banks. We're not in the horse-drawn barge business anymore, and 300 or 400 tons at nearly 10 knots can play havoc with loose banks. It'll take time and cost millions. The research chaps can work out problems of tides and currents too. The miniature floods they create on the model can help us assess where silting will occur so that we can dredge the channels clear for navigation. Come to Hull Docks and see how we fit into the moving pattern of a nation's economy. Watch the finished articles go out and the raw materials come in. Watch the ships unload and the smaller vessels alongside, like children around a well-ordered bran tub. Metals, chemicals, provisions, spices, grain, oil, paper and timber, everything from all parts of the world. This is the power barge Thames. They're loading newsprint from Finland, 110 tons of it for Derby. 100 miles by water to Nottingham, then a few miles on to Derby by road. And at the end of its water journey, it will be either warehoused for the customer or delivered straight to his door. Meet the skipper. Hello, says the skipper. Another 3 hours will see us loaded, and when it's all aboard, we'll move off to a mooring so that other boats can come in and start loading. There's plenty of stuff still left in the ship. We'll put covers on the holds and canvases and rope the whole lot down to keep it safe and dry. Before a journey, our diesel engine, nearly 160 horsepower, has a final check. We shall leave on the morning tide. It's Newark tomorrow night and Nottingham the following morning. Now for the dumboat. There she is, on the left. A steady approach, a bit of coordination between us and the other crew. And we've got her. It's as quick as that. Being one of the fastest barges on the river, we'll soon begin to catch those who got away first, even with our passenger. Been doing this sort of thing for 30 years. 6 of them as skipper of this boat. Must have piloted nigh on 1 million tons, I suppose. I've seen the river as calm as a pond, and I've seen it whip to a fury like the open sea. It's nearly 3 miles wide here, you know. It's a difficult river to navigate at the best of times. Fairly shallow, and the current moves fast, so you get sandbanks which shift about. The maritime people mark it with buoys, and we watch the buoys, because they are moved as the sandbanks move. Some of the boats will be going up to Goole and Leeds, and Wakefield and Sheffield. Some will be coming up the Trent with us, to of Gainsborough, and Newark, and Nottingham. You can make good time running with the tide, quite good time. If ever the fable of hare and tortoise comes true, it does on these runs. Some tortoise. As the power barge Thames moves towards Nottingham, the fleet superintendent keeps check on its position, and on the position of every other British Waterways craft in the division, whether it be loading, unloading, moving, or out of commission for service or repairs. Each can be pinpointed and allocated a task according to its size, type, and location. We reach Newark in the early evening and tie up just below the lock. We've dropped the dumboat off at the warehouse, 300 yards down the river. For the rest of the way, we're on our own. For the first time since early morning, we stopped the engine. Outside now, it's quiet. And other barges too, on other waterways, are moving towards the end of a day's journey. A journey started perhaps at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. A mug of tea, and then I'll have supper and sleep aboard. Charlie lives nearby, so he'll go home. We can usually spend a night or two at home each week. If we're through the lock by 7 tomorrow, we'll be at Nottingham by 11. This is a fast, wide stretch of river which runs with history. They say the Yorkists and Lancastrians fought near here. Some of the place names are quite bloodthirsty, like Red Gutter and Dead Man's Field. But it's more peaceful now, and the banks are becoming busier with industry. We're coming up to Home Lock, only 2 or 3 miles from Nottingham. We're just ahead of schedule, and the lock keeper's ready for us. This sluice was opened in 1955. It controls water levels and removes the risk of flooding. Once through the lock, and it's a clear run. Trent Lane Depot, one of 3 big Nottingham depots. We go on to Meadow Lane, just around the corner. They're usually ready for us. Stuff they are sending away goes straight on trailers. The motor units are interchangeable and do other jobs until the trailers are loaded. Nearly everything that's not on water is on wheels. About a dozen of these rolls will go on each trailer. Works fine, doesn't it? About a fifth of our cargo is oil. That's more than double pre-war tonnage and still growing. Big tankers hold 400 tons. Just a few of the other bulk loads we carry are dried peas from Holland, wood fiberboard from Finland, and felspar from Sweden. Curious stuff, they use it in the potteries for glazing. And when we dredge gravel from the riverbed, which we are doing most of the time to keep the channels clear, we don't dump it. We take it along to our screening plant near Hull. It's some of the best gravel in the country. All work and no play makes a very dull waterway. So fishermen and folk with pleasure craft are out at every opportunity. They are encouraged to explore the waterways.
We're catching them up.
The potential is immense. As a drink, says the transport man, you may not think much of water, but used like this, it's lovely stuff.